Audio check, mic check. Do you want me to put it further away from myself?
I changed here.
Cool.
If someone lets us know if it's really crappy, that'd be good.
Mic check. Can you tell me how it sounds? Does this throw that off?
I have to.
Oh, that's right.
I don't think so.
Should be okay. Get a little echo of my voice. I'll try to hold it back a little further.
Audio check.
Do we want to run them in qualifying order?
You want me to put it further away?
And who's up first? We'll do reverse. So last place Tom, then Dakota, and then Chris. So Tom.
All right, everyone on YouTube and trackside here at Golden Sand Speedway. Thanks for coming out to the track here for ASM DriftX and AutoX battles. Thanks for joining us on our impromptu live stream. Huge thanks to Boosted Films, Paul over at Boosted Films for getting us set up with a live stream here. So this is DriftX Battles. We basically have 6 drivers entered for what we're calling DriftX in the same way that Autocross is AutoX. And we have just finished qualifying. These drivers just did 3 runs each. Were scored by a judge on a score of 25 points for 3 outside zones, 2 clipping points, and angle and style. So that's a combination of 25 points. They've now locked themselves in. We've broken them into groups of 3 and 3, and we're going to battle it out for a winner and a loser's bracket. So starting us off, our bottom qualifier, Tom Hilly, in a stock Scion FRS. Was able to get that thing sideways through the course, for the most part, in style, and qualified himself 6th. Now we do have a small field, 6 drivers, but I would say the talent is pretty strong. Not too bad. Cool. This is a trial run anyway. All right, so out of 25, Tom's top qualifying score was a 10.5. You can see again a stock Scion FRS. This is all momentum and just throwing the car around. He did a nice job clipping point number 2. Now sideways down into outside zone number 1. Manages to keep a little bit of angle in it, falls out of the zone a little bit early, gets up to the outside zone number 2, all across the start-finish line there, and then back down to outside zone 3. Looks awful familiar, it's the same as outside zone 1. Stays in it pretty well, and then a flourish for the finish. This is where the style points come in. Can he keep it sideways all the way through? Not quite enough momentum on that banking, and actually dumps it into the dirt. I don't know if the judges are going to score that with extra bonus points or deduction. To make this clear, we have 2 inside clips, we have 3 outside zones, and then each cone is essentially a deduction from that element to a 0. So if these drivers hit a cone, we are going to deduct that.
5.5 out of 25.
Judges are scoring that a 5.5 out of 25 points total. So there must have been a deduction there for the dirt drop. Not perfectly executed, but it's still a cool Tom. We're going to have to pause and tow that FRS out of the dirt, I believe. That sand is pretty deep. I wonder if anyone's joined us on YouTube. Can I open this up?
It was before Robert was in there doing all the before. That's what you need, Larry. I would love to have someone else just kind of the only job is like at least.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, still going.
You guys are going to get some booth commentary on YouTube while we lay out for the tow.
Yeah, now you're only on YouTube.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's still going.
Hopefully we'll
I don't
make
know if
this
it's that choppy
quick
for
enough.
everybody, but I guess it's a little choppy there.
I don't know.
Inside, Tom, if you want on that run. The initiation into clip 1 was good. There was no drifting before clip 2, so only a half a point. Outer zone 3 and 4, he only made it halfway through, and then he missed outer zone 5.
Copy that.
That way you know kind of what I'm looking for if you were watching there.
Honestly, when I'm commentating, I kind of black out and don't know what I say. And I don't know what I was watching either. That's a true story, YouTube. If you're just listening to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's okay. It'll be there for us to watch in posterity.
Yeah.
I don't know what their game plan is here, though. I don't see any trucks moving. This wasn't in the script, huh?
What?
Pause to tow a car out of the dirt. This hasn't happened all day. We go live on YouTube, first car, boom.
Yeah.
There's a truck. I guess the only trucks we have are still connected to trailers.
Alright, I just did it to my story, but I didn't tag ASM, sorry.
That's all right.
That would have made it easier for me to share.
That's all right.
You got time, you can make something fancier.
If you're just joining us and it's not clear what's happening here on YouTube, we're laid out for pulling a car out of the dirt real quick. We got the truck on course, and then we'll resume these DriftX battles. So you don't have to rewind and figure out what's going on. We have we're dubbing it a drift cross or DriftX course. We have 2 inside clips, 3 outside zones, and a judge scoring on a scale of 25, including those 3 objectives with the clipping points and outside zones. Angle and style are also factored in on a scale of 10 for a total of 25 points. We have 6 drivers, the first of which is already run and is why we're laid out. Then we have 2 more facing it off for the losers bracket. These guys were seeded into winners and losers brackets based on qualifying. They did 3 qualifying runs off stream while we were testing everything out, and that's how we ended up where we're at. Looks like the car's out of the dirt. Should be easy to fire it up and drive it away. It's the nice part about stock cars, right? All right. Let's pull up where we have qualifying. Looks like we can go back to hot. You good? Tipping over?
No, not that. I think our stream
Again?
It says YouTube did not receive enough video to maintain stream smoothing.
Maybe it's just sitting there solid or static, and that's why.
Stream status 4.
Alright, I'm ready, Mike. If Tom, you're ready?
Think we're good? Just act like we are?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of shows the stuff going.
Yeah, we're good. All right, so we're back for DriftX battles. Next driver up, qualified 5th with a score of 12.5. This is Dakota Pionic coming into inside clip 1. Nice angle through inside clip, gets it in there. Now it gets really tricky here. Stock power 350Z on heavy banking. Gets it through inside clip 2, but no angle through there. Gonna get a little deduction for that. Now initiates into outside zone 1. Crosses it, but falls out a little bit early up into outside zone 2, right across the flagger's stand. Fully in at a little dirt drop too, some good style there, down into outside zone 3. Gets the inside tire, but the outside tire just fell out into the final corner here. Again, style and angle are being accounted for here through the finish line. And we'll wait to hear the judges' score on a scale of 25. Pretty solid run there for Dakota. Again, qualifying with a 12.5. And the top 2 drivers from this bracket will face off for the, what are we going to call it, I guess, the losers champion?
Alright, Dakota's score on that run is an 18.
Nice. All right, judges are in. The score for Dakota, an 18. So he found a lot more points on that run than his qualifying of 12.5. So our final driver, Chris Hartle, in another 350Z, I believe, another stock power car, initiating into inside clip 1. He qualified 4th with a score slightly higher than Dakota. Good angle across the top of the banking. This is a really tricky transition into inside clip 2. Center punches the cone, loses angle for a minute, but then reinitiates into outside zone 1. Falls a little bit wide of that really tricky outside zone 1 and 3. Comes nicely through outside zone 2. Good speed through there too. Now he's got to find that flower. Gets the inside tire, front tires into the inside clip, but it's supposed to be the rears. Can he get the dirt drop through the finish? Maintains angle just across the line. So with his qualifying score, qualifying him at a 17.5, that put him 4th out of 6 drivers. And he's got to beat an 18 to, well, he's got to beat a 5, really, to qualify himself into the finals of the loser bracket here.
But accuracy to clipping in outer zones was wrong, so total was 15.5.
All right, the total from the judges, 15.5. So in our losers bracket, Tom Hilly is eliminated, and we're going to have a battle for the win against these 2 lower drivers, Dakota and Chris. But Dakota seems to be the car to beat right now, 350Z versus 350Z. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to go to that final round now, or if we're going to go to our top 3 drivers. The top 3 drivers are Andy Smedegaard. Are we still on?
It just went back. I wanted to see if it would get rid of that. Yeah, it might make it better to stop and restart. Get 22 views.
Woo.
Current, but I can also, if I remember, I'll hit record. Because then we're still recording it, and I can post it later.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I think we should just like.
Because if you're commentating, you know, in like the Crazy Live in some way.
Right. That might actually turn out higher quality.
Yeah, it should be.
Are we? So we're not on right now?
We're in live stream now.
We are. Okay.
All right, Mike, as soon as he's ready, send him. Copy the sending.
I'll just pretend like we're still going. I guess we're going. We're moving into the winners bracket here. We have Mitch Appleyard on E36 BMW. Sounds like turbo on this car as well. Really nice, smooth flows through inside clip 1, smooth into inside clip 2. Good angle up the banking. A really tricky transition. Good smoke out the back. Inside clip, outside zone number 1. Falls a little wide of that outside zone. Nice filling of outside zone 2. Taking a shot at this one. Gets the rear tire in it just. Pretty good push for that. Zone 3 through the finish. Maintains nice angle. It's a pretty solid run for Mitch Appleyard, having qualified with an 18.5 that seated him tied for 2nd with the next driver, Shane Patza. We'll hear what the judges come back with on a score of 25, a scale of 25.
All right, total for Mitch in that run, 19.5.
That's going to be a 19.5 from the judges, so he finds a couple more points with that one. Nice smooth run, and again, this is going to be a single elimination of 1 driver. We have the top 3 drivers. Mitch Appleyard, we just watched run. Shane Patza next, and then Andy Smedegaard. Shane taking the course. This is a stock power G35, very similar to the 2 350Zs we've already seen. Really tough to maintain angle for this stock power car, but he does keep it just, and then tons of momentum, flicks it through the inside clip number 2. Honestly, I think that's about as good as it's going to get for a car with this kind of power. Fills outside zone 1. Kind of runs out of power there to keep angle through the finish, and that had to be the kind of niggle that kept him from beating Mitch Appleyard in that first round. Waiting to hear if we're going to do our one more time first, or if we're going to do our championship battle for the losers bracket between Dakota and Chris. Let's see who pulls to the line first. Looks like we're going to the one more time first, so this will be the winners bracket. One more time elimination for who will go face Andy Smedegaard in the finals. Shane Patza going back at it first. Running slightly out of order here into inside clip number 1, grabs the e-brake through inside clip 1, looks pretty nice. Again, this car is really challenging through this section. Got to drift it up the banking, straightens just slightly through inside clip 2, now into outer zone 1. Bunch of handbrake, keeps it pretty nicely inside the beginning of outside zone 1. Falls out just a little bit early, as we've seen many drivers do. Good fill of outside zone 2 and then into outside zone 3. Again, we're going to see see Shane first, excuse me. So we have inside clip 1, looks like a pretty easy one to accomplish. Inside clip 2 is really tricky. We're transitioning from heavy banking into a kind of go. Drops the clutch over the banking into the oval, grabs the e-brake for inside clip 1, check that one off. He's got to keep some angle in it over the top of the hill. Not a lot of smoke with this stock power G. He's got to go way more on momentum. Good momentum there through inside clip 2, and then a heavy checkup for outer clip number 1. Waving at the camera, going for style points through outside zone 2. Unfortunately, I think it put him a little shallow on outside zone 2 as well, but then into outside